Hi friends, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Well, we had another big snowstorm here in Pennsylvania and it's impossible to get out of the house today. And the problem is I have no groceries, but my husband came to the rescue and he reminded me that he's been growing some greens up on his rooftop garden. And I don't think I've ever showed you that before. So we'll go ahead and harvest some lettuce and spinach from his garden. And then I think the only other thing I can make is some donuts. So that's what we're going to be making today. But I know we have a surprise that's going to be hopefully delivered today in this snowstorm, so I'll show you that. And let me first show you these amazing amaryllis that are in bloom. So around Christmas time, we planted 5 giant Amadeus amaryllis bulbs in that big blue pot. And I decided to cut the first stems that they produced and put them in this antique Dell vase. Oh, here's Grace to say hello. Hi Grace, do you want to say hi to everybody? Say, I would like some more chompers, Mom. I'm still having issues with the charisma bulbs. For some reason, all the blooms are pointing upward and they're not lasting a long time. Here we have Alaska reblooming from last year. Isn't that one absolutely amazing? That's my favorite double white amaryllis. Down from that, we have double nymph, really beautiful. Nymphs are always on the shorter side. Here's a new one. This is a butterfly amaryllis called Wild Amazon. Isn't that beautiful? This one just opened today and I have to review my notes. I'm not sure exactly what that one is. It kind of looks like Pink Surprise, but I don't think that's what it is. And here we have Blossom Peacock. Here in my living room, I have the forsythia that we forced about a week and a half ago. And it started to open up probably about 3 or 4 days ago. So are you guys going crazy waiting for the growing season to begin? I feel like I'm just trying to keep myself busy so I don't go absolutely nuts. I've painted the living room, I've repainted the bathroom upstairs, I'm halfway through painting the garage, and I'm about to run out of things to paint. But thank goodness we can start our ranunculus next week. But thankfully I just got a notification on my phone. Gracie is also having donuts today, that we have a special delivery on the porch. So let's go ahead and grab that and we'll open it together. Gracie, are you having donuts today too? What flavor? Blueberry. Okay, let's open the door. So the roses come in this beautiful box. Gracie, you want to open it with me? Oh, wow. Oh, this is beautiful. So it comes with this beautiful care guide and a thank you note from Grace and Ryan, the owners. Now let's see what kind of roses we got. Oh my, these are so beautiful and they're so special. They look just like the wedding flowers that my grandma did. Oh, I have to show you a picture. And in case you were wondering, uh-oh, Grace approves of the box. Daddy's not gonna like that though. I've taken about 6 so far and reflexed the exterior petals, so let's do that together on some because it makes such a big difference in the way a rose looks. So here's the rose in tight bud form, the way it arrives. And what I like to do is just remove these exterior guard petals. They're often damaged in shipping anyway. And then just reflex these exterior petals, about maybe 3 rows of petals, and you can completely transform the look of a rose in bud to make it look like it was in full bloom out in the garden. Isn't that awesome? And it adds a lot of volume to the arrangement too, so you don't feel like you have to buy tons of roses to get a really big full display. You can just reflex the petals and it takes up so much more room in your vase. These are definitely some of the most beautiful roses that I've ever received. I decided to put them right here on my desk, and you can see a picture of my grandma and myself right here. And if we look closely, you can even see in the corner there the roses that she arranged for communion. So she did my bridal bouquet, which was very similar, and then pink roses, just like these, with some baby's breath. What are the chances of that?
Can't open this door.
We're locked in because of all the snow and ice. All right, Grace, let's take a look. See if we got any dinner out here. Got to make a pathway to the greenhouse first. All right, the moment of truth. Donuts and lettuce for dinner. So we got this greenhouse on Amazon. Oh, it looks great, honey.
Huh.
Oh, wow, everything looks wonderful. Gracie, look at Daddy go. Now, there's nothing more attractive than a man harvesting his homegrown lettuce. Gracie, you want to try some? Sit. Good girl. Here, it's Daddy's lettuce. You like it? Oh, she ate it, Nick.
Good.
Good girl. Gracie, you want to try some spinach? Easy. Wow, she ate that too. Well, that salad looks really good. I can't wait to eat it with a side of donuts. I saw this recipe on, I think it was Pinterest. I'll link it in the description section below. I think they were calling it a clone of Entenmann's donuts, and I grew up rewarding myself with those donuts after studying for school. So I thought I'd whip up a batch and see how they taste. Well, to be honest with you, those donuts were a little bit overwhelming. It was a little bit too much going on. I think they would be much better without the chocolate coating. But speaking of coatings, now what I want to do is unwax this waxed amaryllis bulb. These are both white candle amaryllis bulbs. And what I was talking about in a previous video is I want to trial a white candle amaryllis bulb that's never been waxed versus one that has been waxed in terms of how it reblooms next year. So I'll just pull off the wax and then I'll just pot this up in the same pot, same potting soil. So we'll just pull off the wax. Comes off just like this. I'm actually going to take off a layer of scales here. You don't have to do this, but I find it really does help with fungus gnats. Bulb doesn't need these anymore. Sometimes people send me pictures of their amaryllis and they're worried about red blotch because there's a little bit of redness on the bulb. And it is really hard to tell if you only have a little bit of redness, whether that is red blotch or just general injury to the bulb. Because say I were to drop this amaryllis bulb on the floor or hit it with a baseball bat or something where I caused that injury would turn red. So a lot of times the redness that you see on an amaryllis bulb is just injury to the bulb. And so the best way that I can really explain my personal experience with red blotch is when you have it, you'll definitely know you have it based on the leaves and the scape. The scape is the bloom stalk. You'll have these really noticeable red streaks along the flowering scape. You'll have those streaks on the leaves also. You'll have also kind of red blotches or red splattering, almost like someone splattered it with red paint. But I get worried when I see red on the leaves and the flowering scape, not necessarily like a small amount of red on the bulb itself. So I'm really excited about this experiment. The bulb that was never in wax is already ahead because it has 5 leaves and the leaves are much wider. This one has 4 leaves and the leaves are more narrow, but I'll go ahead and mark these and then we will watch this experiment grow and hopefully rebloom next year. I'm very confident that this one will bloom with no problem at all. I think this one probably will also, and you know, maybe what we'll do is pop this one out in June so we can look and see how many roots it was able to put out too, because right now it has no roots at all. Well friends, thanks so much for hanging out with me today. It looks like Grace has crashed. She's having a sugar crash. I need to think of something else that I can feed my family today besides just spinach, lettuce, and donuts. But something really exciting is happening today at 1:30. I have an interview with someone over in California. I can't tell you about it yet. It doesn't have anything to do with flowers or YouTube. It really is kind of a dream that I've had ever since I was 17 years old, so 20 years ago. Whether or not this works out, I'm going to tell you about it. But for now, I probably better freshen up and get some real pants on, because this whole time that I've been chilling with you guys today, I've been in my PJ pants because it's a snow day, right? Anyway, guys, I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day, and I'll see you really soon to pre-sprout ranunculus, and then after that, we're going to be starting our foxglove and our snapdragons. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.